I'm fine with that if you're not joking.
Nah, it's fine.
Okay.
As long as I get to give an introduction with a blurred face and a distorted voice.
All right, I'm all ready to go. How about you?
I'm ready.
Okay. Good luck. Have fun.
You too.
I have one basic.
I have 3 basic. Uh, I'll go first.
Okay.
All right, let's turn the turns on. Turn, yep. Okay, so uh, hmm, I will put out summon Indiglo Creeper for my main action. Uh, and no side actions.
Okay. I'll put out summon winged lioness for my main action. And no side actions.
Okay. I'll put out a summon Squall Stallion for the main action. Of course, it cost me a horsey. And for a side action, I will play Resonance. Uh, God, so annoying. So that'll cost me 2 music and a basic, and then it lets me take 2 dice from my exhausted pole and put them back. So we'll put these 2 back. Actually, all right, I won't do that. For the basic, instead of a sympathy die, I'll use a life die, and then I'll choose these 2. Go back.
Cool.
Your turn.
Hmm. I'll play summon Time Hopper Book as a main action. And then as a side action. No, I won't do a side action. I won't do a side action. Over to you.
Okay. For main action, we'll bring out a Huntmaster ally. It'll cost me frog, music, and a basic. And she comes out with a panther. And she comes out with 2 tokens. That was my main action. Um, no side actions.
Okay. Hmm. Play Sacred Ground, costing me Angel Dice. And I will side action spend Time Dice. Exhaust Jericho to use her ability. To search my deck for a card. Shuffle my deck, which I think I forgot to do before the game started. And then put it back on top. And over to you.
All right. Do you want to hit the turn?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
That's all right. action to summon a squall stallion. So music and the basic, and I get to draw a card, and we'll bring out the horsey, horse with the nice hair. Let's see. And for a side action, I'll use Koji's Accelerate Growth to put a token on him.
Okay.
Turn.
For a side action, I'll play Accelerate, costing a time dice. So I draw one card, change 2 dice in active pool to any side of my choice. So I'll do 2 lions.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get 2 additional side actions this turn. So for my main and side action, I'll play Meteor for 2 lions to deal 1 damage and then 2 damage to everything on the board. So clear all of your units.
Alright, so this guy goes away. So it's 1 damage and then 2 more on top?
Yep.
Alright, so 3 damage total, so guys will go away. Alright.
And then I'm just trying to think if I want to take an additional side action, but I'm not going to.
Meteor is a side action? Jesus Christ, okay.
Yeah, so Accelerate, it gives you 2 additional side actions and fixes 2 dice, right? And then I can use one.
I mean, I get that. I was surprised that Meteor is a side action.
It's side and main, sorry. So you have to use both.
Okay.
Yeah, which makes it a bit more cumbersome to play normally because you have to like meditate your dice to show what sort of damage level of Meteor you could potentially have. But Accelerate like changes the math on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, over to you.
We will use a main action to bring out an iron worker for 2 basics. No side action.
I'll spend a lion and a knife to bring out Winged Linus. No side action. Oh, cool. I didn't realize that there's that option there. Thanks.
Yeah, you can right click and change the. If you right click, you'll see the state is the second option. And then you can mouse over that, and it'll give you the 2 different states that the token can exist in.
Right on.
I'll pass my main action.
I'll use side action Sacred Ground to grant my units armored until the beginning of my next turn. And then I will attack your Iron Worker with my Winged Lioness.
What's giving you armored?
Sacred Ground. So I side action use Sacred Ground. So after the
Okay.
all units you currently control gain the following ability until the start of my next turn. Armored 1. Yeah.
So you attack an Ironworker?
Yep. And so you can't guard with your Phoenixborn either because the Winged Lioness has stock.
So, guarding is when units guard other units, and is that the same name when Phoenixborn guards a unit, or is that there's guarding and?
Yeah, there's guarding and blocking. So anytime anything is like stepping in for a unit, that's guarding, and anytime a unit is stepping in for a Phoenixborn to block, yeah, that's blocking. So yeah.
Right.
And I'm guessing you would counter there to deal 1 damage to my Lioness.
Sure.
Okay. Over to you.
Pass.
Play Standard Bearer, costing time and a ceremonial. So when it comes into play, it gets a status token. And then at the beginning of each player turns, I'd place one on it. And then so if it attacks, for each status token on it, it can give another attacking unit of mine +1 attack.
Okay.
Yeah. No side action.
Pass.
Okay, for my side action, I'll summon a Time Hopper with my last dice. So when it comes into play, I can put a status token on a unit, so I'll do that on Standard Bearer. And then for my main action, I will attack with both of them, and the Standard Bearer will give the Time Hopper +1 attack, so that'll be 3 total at Koji.
All right.
Over to you.
I'll pass.
I'll pass as well.
All right.
So at the beginning of player turns, my Standard Bearer will get 1 additional status token. And my Winged Lioness actually has recovered 1, so it'll heal. Draw 5. So I'll start it off with side action, summon Time Hopper. Sorry. So when it comes into play, I'll put a status token on the Winged Lioness this time. And then for the main action, I'll attack with everything at Koji. So I'll give each of my units, the Standard Bearer will give each of my other units +1. So that'll be 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage coming at Koji.
All right.
That's it for me. Back to you.
We'll summon an Indigo Creeper. Leaf music. For a side action, I will meditate 2 cards, and I'll change to nature magic.
Okay.
Your turn.
I'll play a Holy Knight for a Lion, an Angel, and this is basic. And so it can't be affected by spells, but it can be by like dice abilities, card abilities that aren't spells. And that's only when it's unexhausted. So once it's exhausted, that turns off, yeah.
All right.
And then sorry, I won't do a side. Back to you.
Okay. For my main action, I'll attack your Phoenixborn with a Creeper.
Okay, I'll take 2, go down to 15.
And for a side action, I will use the nature magic die to ping your standard bearer for 1.
Okay. I will side action play Blink using this dice. So I'll remove the standard bearer from the game, or from the game, and at the end of the turn I put it back into play.
Does all the tokens on it come back with it, or it comes back clean?
It would just be 1 token that would come back with it, because when it comes into play, it placed 1 status token on it. So yeah, the other ones are gone, unfortunately. So that is the side action. And then, oh, sorry, my computer fan has stopped working, so I'm lagging like mad here. No, what happened? I lost my Linus book. Sorry, just a sec here.
Where does it say that about the blink with the tokens? Is that like somewhere else?
It's just assumed that, like, because it goes out of the game, like the tokens aren't kept on the card, both wound and status and exhaustion and everything. So
what it
yeah,
says on the card just says it leaves and it comes back.
Yeah. But like, yeah, I do know. I mean, we could ask in the rules, but I'm like 99% sure that it wouldn't come back
You
with.
play like the trap. I'm just not sure if that's how it works, but we can do that for now. I'll look around later.
Okay. Because yeah, I know people like I've been using it like that in my other games, and um, people know that it's basically an untapped card, but
Okay.
it's like a delayed one, right? Because it only comes back at the end of the round, so you can't just immediately use it to like unexhaust something and swing. Yeah. Okay. Sorry about this. I'm gonna have to bring in an Odette Precon to get my Winged Lioness book back because I threw it into the pre-constructed decks when I was lagging.
Here, I'll take it out of the table.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. Thanks for that. So yeah, that's blank. And then as a main action, I'll summon another Winged Lioness for this and one of these. And then over to you. This thing comes back into play.
We'll summon a Jungle Warrior for main action. No side actions.
Okay. I'll play the Stasis Alteration on your Jungle Warrior with my Turtle Dice. So your unit's considered as exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll swing at Koji with the team. And I'll give the Lioness one extra attack, so it'll be 7 total.
All right, good game.
Good game.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello, hello.
You want to report the match?
Yep. Yeah, I can report the match. You can hear me now? Can
I think I heard yes.
Okay. Yes, that's right. I'll start typing because I think my computer's overheating. Good luck in your future matches. Yeah, good luck in your matches and see you around. I knew I had to try to take you out as early as possible with my time hoppers because I had no good defensive units against what you're packing with the explosive growth stallions and stuff.
All right, I can't hear you that well.
Okay. How about now? I guess not.
You can always type if you want to chat some more.
Alright, so that's game 3. Alright, that's game 3. I gotta figure out this computer overheating issue for next games. But we got one win. Called it right with the first 5 meteor, and then trying to push for damage really quick. I liked that version of my first 5 better, where I start with the meteor and then can pull into like a different card or ally if I need it. Felt more comfortable than my previous ones, where I felt like I was forced to leave meteor in the deck and pull it with Jericho's ability. And then I had to commit to like a standard bearer for first 5. Anyway, that's it for now. See you next time.